Throughout history, civilizations have gazed upon colossal stone structures and wondered, who could have built these, and how? Here are 10 ancient giants that may have built the world's megastructures. Number 10, the Giant's Causeway, Ireland. On the rugged coast of Northern Ireland lies a landscape that looks less like nature and more like the ruins of an ancient road for gods. Looks like something from Elden Ring. The Giant's Causeway is made up of nearly 40,000 interlocking basalt columns. They're perfect hexagonal shapes fitting together almost like a puzzle. It's very specific. It's the kind of place that makes you wonder who or what built this. And how. Scientists say that these stunning rock formations were created by ancient volcanic activity, but that's boring, right? You didn't click this list for that. Irish legend offers a much wilder explanation. The tale goes that the mighty giant Finn McCool, like the restaurant, many restaurants we have here in Toronto, he built the causeway as a bridge to Scotland, where he intended to challenge another giant, Benidorm, to a duel. But when he saw how much bigger and stronger Benidorm was, Finn panicked. He just left. His wife had a brilliant idea, so she dressed Finn up as a baby and then tucked him into bed. I know, crazy story, right? Where was this in Game of Thrones? While geologists may have a more rational explanation than the whole giant baby building the bridge scenario, there's no denying the otherworldly appearance of the Giant's Causeway. Number 9, the Nuraghe of Sardinia. Scattered across the Mediterranean island of Sardinia are over 7,000 ancient stone structures called Nuraghe, some of the most mysterious prehistoric buildings in Europe. Towering at over 100 feet, these massive fortresses are made of huge stacked stone blocks constructed without mortar, which is quite hard. No glue? How is that staying together? Archaeologists believe that the Nuragic civilization built them between 1800 and 1100 BCE, but local legends tell a very different story. And yes, it includes giants. According to Scandinavian folklore, giants once roamed the island, standing twice the height of men and possessing superhuman strength. It was they, the legends say, who built the Nuraghe, using their enormous size to lift and arrange the stones with ease. Number 8, the Cyclopean walls of Greece. Throughout ancient Greece, some of the most baffling architectural feats are the Cyclopean walls, these massive stone fortifications, named because of the Greeks themselves believed only the legendary Cyclopes would have built them. The ruins of Mycenae and Tiryns, both dating back over 3,000 years, are perfect examples. These walls themselves contain stones that are so large that some of them weigh over 120 tons. My back hurts thinking of that, and I'm not a giant. Even with today's technology, moving these stones would be an enormous challenge, so how did they do it? Greek mythology provides a simple answer. They didn't. Instead, it was the Cyclops, a race of these towering one-eyed giants, who built these impenetrable fortresses. Now, in some versions of the myth, the Cyclops were expert stonemasons employed by the gods themselves. Hope they got benefits for that one eye. But beyond mythology, some serious mysteries remain. How did ancient builders transport and position these stones of these size without pulleys or cranes? Were they using lost construction techniques, or did they actually have the help of giants? Number 7, the dolmens of Europe and Asia. Scattered across Europe, the Middle East, and Asia are thousands of ancient dolmens, these strange table-like stone structures built over 5,000 years ago. These dolmens consist of massive stone slabs, often weighing hundreds of tons, placed atop another, almost like a doorway to another world. I've been playing too much God of War. Archaeologists say that they were likely burial tombs, but their exact purpose and construction methods remain a mystery. How did prehistoric builders lift and arrange these stones with such precision without the help of modern tools or pulleys? And the answer, according to ancient myths, is simple. Again, they didn't. It was giants. In France, local legend credits the giant Gargantua, who allegedly carried these massive stones in his pockets and then scattered them across the countryside. You get a stone, why not? In Korea, ancient texts speak of Hwanguk, a legendary giant king who built the dolmens to mark the resting places of his people. Again, he's just tossing out resting stones. Everyone gets one. Number 6, the Fortress of the Gods. Perched high above Cusco, Peru, the ancient Fortress of the Gods is one of the most mind-boggling megalithic sites on the planet. Its walls are constructed from these massive, irregularly shaped stones, some of them weighing up to 200 tons, yet they fit together so perfectly that not even a single blade of grass can slide between them. That's super impressive and so long ago. How did they do that? How did the Inca, a civilization without wheels or even iron tools, manage to move and shape these colossal blocks? They didn't. Even today, no one knows for sure. The Inca themselves credited Viracocha, a bearded god who was said to have created the world and taught mankind the secrets of civilization. Thank you, thanks for your tips. But some Andean legends go even further, claiming that this fortress was built by giants. Even today, the fortress remains one of the greatest engineering mysteries of the ancient world. Was it built by human hands alone, or did giant architects leave their mark on history? Number 5. Göbekli Tepe pillars. 12,000 years old and predating the pyramids by 7,000 years. It's really impressive. Göbekli Tepe is the oldest known temple in the world, and its origins are baffling. The site is home to enormous, intricately carved stone pillars, some of them weighing up to 20 tons. But here's the issue. At the time it was built, humans were still hunter-gatherers, right? Historically, they didn't have any cities, no agriculture yet, and supposedly no ability to construct monuments. So how is this here? How did they do it? Some myths suggest that giants were the first builders of temples, guiding early humans before vanishing from history. Others claim the Nephilim, the giant offspring of fallen angels mentioned in ancient texts. They could have been responsible as well. Whatever the truth may be, Göbekli Tepe rewrites everything that we thought we knew about early civilization. Number 4. Easter Island. These 887 massive stone heads of Easter Island have fascinated the world for centuries. They look kind of cool, right? Just big faces made of rock. Are these Decepticons? Who built these? Each one stands up to 33 feet tall and weighs up to 80 tons. Now the biggest question is, how did the islanders move them? Look at them, they're massive. Local legends speak of the Hana Ipi, a race of giant ancestors who helped carve and transport the Moai. Now some myths even claim the statues walked into place, leading some researchers to suggest the Rapa Nui possessed a lost method of moving stones, possibly levitation. Yeah, magic, we don't know how they did it. Whatever it was giants, ancient engineering, or something more mysterious, the Moai remained one of history's greatest enigmas. Number 3. Baalbek's triathlon. In the ancient city of Baalbek, Lebanon, sits the Temple of Jupiter, one of the greatest temples of the Roman world. But the real mystery isn't the temple itself, it's the 3 massive foundation stones that are beneath it, known as the Trilithon. Each stone weighs over 1,000 tons, far beyond what even modern cranes can lift today. The Romans built the temple, but who put these giant stones in place before them? Arabic legends claim the site was built by a race of giants under the command of King Nimrod, while others believe it was a pre-flood civilization with some advanced lost technology. Even today, no one knows exactly how or why these massive stones were placed. Either way, my back hurts thinking about it. Number 2, the Pyramid of Cholula. At first glance, the Great Pyramid of Cholula doesn't even look like a pyramid per se. It looks like a giant hill with a church on top. Still lovely, but not our ideal pyramid when we think of them. But beneath that hill is the largest pyramid by volume in the world, even bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. Ancient Nahua legends say the pyramid was built by Zelua, a giant who wanted to escape massive floods by stacking bricks sky high. Now the gods themselves were angered by his arrogance, and they struck it down with fire, leaving it half buried, where we found it today. Unlike Egypt's pyramids, Cholula wasn't just a tomb, it was a hidden city. Its tunnels and chambers are still being explored to this day. And finally, number 1, the Great Pyramid of Giza. We mentioned it, so let's talk about it. The most famous and mysterious structure in history has to be the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's puzzled scholars, engineers, and conspiracy theorists for centuries. Built with over 2.3 million stone blocks, each of them weighing 80 tons, its precision is unmatched. Even modern engineers struggle to explain how it was built. Ancient Egyptian texts speak of the Shemzu Hor, which is a race of divine beings who ruled before the pharaohs. Others link the pyramid to the Nephilim, these giants in the Book of Enoch. Now some even suggest lost technology was involved in this building, but who built the pyramids? Skilled laborers, giants, or a lost civilization? Thanks for joining us here on Most Amazing Top 10, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Or will I? Ooh.